What's up guys, we are back again for another episode. So today I'll be sharing on cheat code on pressure passing. It's a cheat code for you guys to understand like whenever you guys play like video games and you guys want to win better. So you guys want to have a better odd and you guys use some cheat code to win. Okay, back again to the episode of pressure passing. It's one of the things that I find to be useful, especially whenever you're getting older because you're gonna lose your speed and pressure passing will be very effective for people that don't have the speed. Okay, so I'm gonna start. Okay, before we go into the pressure passing, also for you guys to understand on different position that you guys can use to also enter to this position. So whenever I start to open up his close guard from here, but Omar today is being very soft, that I just push and I can feel that his leg is really opening up.
Strong.
And now, if I start to open his leg, there's two ways for me to open. The traditional way is whenever I just use my elbow and just drive it down, big knees, big thigh, and now I start to place it up and I start to close this space to go for knee pin pass. Okay, so whenever I'm in this situation, it's important for me to be very, very tight from this situation because I don't want to just stay here because now what Omar gonna do is if he can use his elbow to open this up, he can always start to circle and bring himself up in the same situation. So I have to make sure that my knee is as close as possible to his hips. In such situation as well, I don't want his leg to step on the floor. So if I just put my leg on the floor, he can always also try to just use this to kick this up and recover this position. So I have to make sure that I pinch my left leg together and I stay tight in this position. And if I were to stay a bit high from here and leave a bit of gap, if Omar can create space, he can place this up, I'll also be losing the position. So I have to stay super tight and keep myself tight from here. Okay? So two different things that we can work from here. First of all, just for you guys to understand on knee pin pass from here is, if assuming Omar start to apply the frame, the easiest way for me to start to counter this same situation is for me to fight against this frame so I can start to use my shoulder to like just move myself around and eventually I can collapse him from here. But whenever I start to collapse him from here, if he start to switch to cross collar where he start to put on my neck, whenever I start to do this, you guys can hear my voice is very, very uncomfortable. So in order for me to fight through this, I cannot push him down, I cannot push him up. And it's not going to be a very ideal situation for me. But for me to continue to fight in this same situation, what's going to happen is I have to start to address this hand. And if for me to use this to push this over, if Omar give it to me, yes, I can get it. But in a situation for me to fight this arm, I cannot go forward. So what I need to do is I have to start to move my hand towards this direction and address this off from here. So back again in this situation where whenever I start to collapse in from here and now he give me a cross frame from here. And for me to start to address this, I can't be just pushing him around because he's gonna be strong to counter in the same situation. So what I need to do is I need to start to move myself around and now my hand placed on this elbow, I start to push and I start to close this space up from here. So if Omar try to recover, it's not going to be that easy to recover from here. And I'm already collapsing myself. Okay? So if I'm able to clear everything, I get the pass. And you guys can watch my knee pin pass to also understand on that particular concept from here. But we're not going to go to that for today. Just for you guys to understand how to address the frame. So now in such situation, if assuming I'm in this situation where the frame is too strong, from here, if I'm able to collapse him, I go for knee pin pass. But if Omar start to fight and start to address all this control at the bottom, so Omar, this is where things gonna be more different from here, and I can start to use my pressure pass to get into this situation. Okay, so if Omar start to use his arm, push and create space from here, if he go for high knee shield from here, the easiest way for me to fight this through is for me to start to insert my hand inside and start to apply the over under pass from here. So whenever I'm in this situation, I can start to place my hand on his back of his knee, and now in order for me to start to pass him from here, it's important for me to start to elevate his hips up in the same situation. So if I'm able to elevate his hip up, he's going to feel a lot of pressure from here. Yeah. So back again from this same situation, if I don't apply enough pressure to him, Omar can always just position himself, his elbow to start to get up from here. So in order for me to avoid this, I have to elevate his hip up. So if assuming in this situation, Omar try to go up on your elbow, it's not going to be that easy because I'm elevating these hips up from here. So again, in a situation where can I put a bit pressure?
Can.
In a situation where I want to pass him from here, if I were to just go without applying any pressure, Omar can always get up on his elbow from here and start to frame me and start to get up from here. So in order for me to go effectively in this situation, whenever I start to feel that I want to pass to this side, I have to apply pressure to slightly elevate his hips from here. And now Omar try to get up. It's not possible anymore. I just have to move and I get past. Second situation from here now, whenever Omar have like knee shield from here, if I'm not able to clear this path to go for the underhook, there's also other option that I can able to move into the position where I get to leg drag from here. So now, if I were to pressure forward, Omar can always kick me up and he have the sweep. So in order for me to avoid this thing to happen, I have to pressure somewhere around this shin in the middle in order for me to avoid these things from happen. So whenever I'm here, this is where I go for the pressure. So Omar try to kick me up, it's not going to be possible. Okay, so I switch my grip, I move, and now I transfer to leg drag position. Okay, back again from this same situation, I have this control. First of all, Omar creates space. If I can insert my hand in, now I have we're under control. I can start to move, and I can have my chest pass back. In a second situation, when he start to go for initial from here, I have to make sure that I trap somewhere in the middle of the shin. Now I can start to move myself around his leg and start to leg drag. And now we're going to go for the third part. Whenever he's in this situation, when he start to apply the low knee shield from here. So when muscle creates space, he apply the low knee shield. And if I don't address this, what's going to happen is now Omar can just easily kick me or just drop me down from here. Okay? So what I need to do is I have to trap his leg, so the more I feel this coming, trap this in between my belly. So if Omar try to kick me, it's not going to be that easy anymore because I'm already trapping his leg. So first situation that I can go for, I can start with crazy dog pass. So now I'm going to insert my hand in between his two legs. Grab onto his collar to avoid him from going far from me. Now I have to apply my head pressure to here and my shoulder pressure on his thigh. And now I can start to work my press. Back again to this same situation. Whenever I'm in this position, it's very important that I apply two different pressure to these 2 points, because if I were just to apply all my pressure forward to his head and I start to elevate myself up from here, you realize that Omar can always easily go for forward swing and can just swing me away from here. So if I were to just go from here, see? Yep. This is what happens when I don't apply pressure here. I allow him to move his hips and sweep me from here. Okay? So it's important that whenever I'm here, I control his far shoulder and I'm pinning his leg from here. So if Omar tries to go for that, there's nothing much he can go from here. Okay? And the last situation. Similar situation where I'm having the same control where my fist is in between his leg, and now I'm having this control. And if Omar is doing a very good job of framing me, and I start to move, what's going to happen is I may not able to pass on the same side. So what I have to do is I have to continue to jump and go back to leg drag position. So just to continue to summarize on the same position that we worked for. Now I'm here. If he were to put the frame, I can always use my shoulder to fight the frame. If he starts to create space and insert his knee shield in, I can always address this by going for underhook or start to control the leg and put a lot of pressure on the leg. If you go for a low knee shield from here, I can also continue to apply a lot of pressure on his leg and start to work on my crazy dog pass for you guys to understand. And guys, thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, don't forget to click the like button. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel and I'll see you guys soon. Peace.